Web, Midland, Texas. It's April 26, 2017. I'm going to do a short video today and talk about tracing some wires out. And what this is in reference to is a comment I got on YouTube about a coax cable that's coming down a telephone pole, going into the ground, and we don't know where it goes. It's in another one of my videos that I posted that I've spoken about. And we know that the cables that go to the homes, they go up above ground. And Suddenlink was out here, spoke with them, and they said, oh, it goes over there to Home Depot. But I spoke with Home Depot's management and then their IT group, and they guaranteed me that they don't have Suddenlink going in their store. So all this time, we've had this Suddenlink cable that goes into the ground, and nobody knows where it goes. And so the question's asked, is it connected to the underground facility tunnels that we know is here somewhere, Because what is known is that 2 weeks after I reported the suspected tunnel to the DEA twice, my phone lines were cut and I was shot inside my home from somebody under my house. That's a fact. We also know as a fact that a group of still secret police were caught sneaking in my home, stealing evidence, and staging the crime scene. That's never happened before in the history of America. That is massive corruption is what's going on here. Anyway, I'm going to show you these comments, and then we'll do some wire tracing, and I'll show you how I figured some stuff out. And, okay, this is back to the computer here. And this is the message. He said, just because that building doesn't think they have Suddenlink or whatever the provider's name is over there, it doesn't mean that the building isn't wired for it, though. And of course, I'm in agreement with that. I'm not disputing that at all. And I said that's correct. There's still a lot of unknowns. Some things we know, some things we don't. I said we don't know yet if this coax cable is related to the underground facility that a half dozen people have told me about. But on 9/22/14, Suddenlink was here with a disconnect notice to disconnect this service. So we know that somebody was using it and had been paying for it. We also know that 2 weeks after reporting a suspected tunnel to the DEA, who didn't look, my phone lines were cut and I was shot by a person under my home just a few feet from there. And that's a fact. Nobody is arguing that fact. This is my YouTube channel, Buddy Webb, if you want to go see that. And I also have a picture. I took a picture on the day of September 22nd, 2014, when Suddenlink was at this telephone pole. I went out and spoke with them. These are Suddenlink trucks out here, and they had a disconnect notice to disconnect this mystery coax. Here's a picture of it right here, that nobody knows where it goes to this day. And I said before, if you're a legitimate law enforcement officer, that might be something you can trace, because there's a paper trail. You go to Suddenlink, goes, who was paying for this service that goes into the ground that Home Depot says is not theirs, and we know it's not the homes over here. Then where did it go? Did it go to an underground crime facility where they're murdering people? Let's ask these questions. Okay, and what we do know is that what is a fact that can't be denied is that we got a group of criminal police that were caught on camera. This group caught sneaking into my home, and the only reason we know they're there is because they accidentally started the camera while trying to disable it. These two in tan uniforms look like DPS, Texas Rangers, or maybe sheriff. And in the video, you can see it. They show up in police cars. They're absolutely police. Minutes after I survive a murder attempt, they're not dispatching. Nobody can tell us who they are to this day. And it's time stamped. And so this is just obviously they have some connection to the capital murder attempt in my life. And of course these do too. And we know a couple of these. Okay, one was wearing a Midland K-9 police officer. I think it's this guy, a Midland K-9 police officer, murdered his wife in 2014. Chad Simpson happens to be from my hometown, and I think that might be Chad Simpson there, that murderer Chad Simpson. This one right here turned out to be childhood friends with ex-wife I filed divorce on 5 days before I was shot. Okay, her name is Rosie Rodriguez, Detective Rosie Rodriguez, and the police report says they're not in my home. My pictures say they are in my home, and she ruled this an accident. Okay, and of course that friend of hers was going to make about $1 million if it was an accident, and she ruled it an accident. And this is another one we know by found a picture on the internet, compared it, and go, hey, that's April Chandler, right? You know, and so looking through the police work, she wrote in her paperwork that she found the proof, right, which I told them proof was at my house, and she found it, said she checked it into evidence, but it's not in evidence, so she lied on the police report. And actually both these lied on the police reports, because this one says she met me at 7-Eleven when she's the one that met me at the 7-Eleven. Lots of lying. None of them are here. This is guy, his name is Secret. 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 And his name is Secret. If that don't scare you, nothing will. Anyway, let's go trace some wires.